Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
On first down, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They will run for the first time here with White. And again the footwork. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
To throw on 2nd down. Sellers. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
From the gun, Sellers. Catch made by Miller. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
53's Mike.
Operating from the gun. Sellers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Here's Morris. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. That's their chance to try and put points on the board.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got room. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Let's go,
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Bears 14, Lions 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start planning for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Go, 180. Red, up. Go 58 the mic. Check back. 58 the mic, 58. Boy. He's scared. Check. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he can head downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
Who that? Hey, check Mike.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check. Alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, and he's going to go down again. Here comes the Lions punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ready?
Off play action. Sellers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Sellers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start the drive with White. Able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Ready. 50, plant.
First down at the 40-yard line.
Here we go again. Here we go.
They go right back to White here on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
13 spell. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sellers nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and max protect, they know how to scheme.
And he lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Try to atone for it here on this drive. They run the draw play. This is White. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Going deep for Montgomery. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go! Let's go!
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
180!
Strong right! Strong!
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, orbit.
58, come on. Exit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shoot!
Operating from the gun, Sellers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and where the defense won the battle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Avoids him at the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
45.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Second and 5 now. Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Trubisky will throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and then bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll come up now, second and 4 from the 31.
Cut.
Second and 4. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to throw now on second and 10. And under the Lions pressure. He's brought down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top from Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the out, watch the out. Check 99, check 99.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now Trubisky on first down. Hits his running back, P-Ryan. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play.
18. Check. Ran, General West. Hey, wahoo.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Hey, echo.
Here we go.
Trubisky to throw again. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
I'm going back to you. Sponge.
On 2nd down now, it's White. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Now it's Trubisky. And James has it. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky to throw. James has got it. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Sellers, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Point after now from Catanzaro. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover their tracks.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Sellers. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And it's a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. And he's able to find Diggs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. They go play action with Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I can't believe they let you play.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will find his man on the outside. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58, come on.
Again, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st down, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. From his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here goes an impressive 31-yard gain. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.